Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Clover Press live stream here. I hope that everyone's having a good weekend, but I've got a box here, a really big box that Clover sent me, and it contains some of the new releases for spring of 2024 that just came out these last couple of months, and I wanted to share them with you. Before we do that, though, there are a couple of things that I wanted to show you because we're running some Kickstarters and I wanted to show you a little bit about what those Kickstarters are about. And let's see if I can remember how to share my screen. Um, so the first one I want to show you is for Armored. And this is a comic series by Michael Schwartz and drawn by Ishmael Hernandez. And it is about a boy who finds a haunted suit of armor. And let's see, there's some artwork here that I can show you. It's really, really cool. I love this. It's got such a great style. It's all watercolor painted, and the suit of armor, like I said, is haunted by the guy who wore it back in the medieval days, and so the ghost is training this boy on how to use his armor, and they fight these mystical creatures and such, and it's a lot of fun. So we did a Kickstarter for the first couple of issues a while back, and now we've done a Kickstarter to do the next few issues, and the first issue has hit comic shops already, and a lot of people have been speaking very favorably about it. So it's good. So in this Kickstarter, we have some foil covers and we have some covers that have uh, another image on the back by some pretty cool people like Becky Cloonan, and David Mack, Trevor Henderson, and so I encourage you to check out Armored on Kickstarter if you want to see some more details of what we have to offer there as well. So so that's that one. And then we actually have two Kickstarters running at the same time right at the moment. So I'm going to pull up the other one here. This one is the Marvel art of Michael Turner, and we've got the license to do some great Marvel art books. And so far, we have in the works David Mack and Alex Malev, the Marvel art of those two creators, and they're going to be coming out in stores pretty soon. And then David Nakayama followed that, and then we just wrapped up recently the Marvel art of Russell Dodderman, and now we're on the Marvel art of Michael Turner, which collects, I'm pretty sure, like 99% of all of the stuff that he did for Marvel, which was just covers, but some just spectacular covers from the Civil War era, um, leading up right until he passed away. So there's a look at all of the 5 books in our line right here so far. They're all in process. We just sent David Nakayama to press, so that one's on the printer as we speak, and we're doing the layouts of Russell Dodderman right now. So they're all in various different stages of completion. But these are going to be a lot of fun, and so we have some great bonus features as well, as included in some of these tiers. See if I can go way down to show you, like art prints and bookmarks printed on metal. We've got a bunch of different trading cards, which is kind of what I'm most excited about. Michael Turner trading cards. I love trading cards. Um, Stickers, a puzzle, a 1,000 piece puzzle, some more 11 by 17 prints, all of his covers from Fallen Sun, X Men, Spider Man, and then there, yeah, the other books as well. So yeah, there's just a ton of stuff in this campaign. Take a look at that. Search for the Marvel art of Michael Turner if you are interested in that. Okay, so let's. We got a couple comments here. I don't think I've ever heard about Mask of Haliya before. Well, now's your chance. I'm going to talk about that. And hello again, Phil. Phil joined me on a other live stream that I was a part of earlier today in the chat. So thank you, Phil. Um, I need more room on my table here. This is a big box. Let's slide my computer over. Let's have a look and see what is inside. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is going to be more difficult than I thought. This- gonna make a big mess. I think I'm gonna have to stand up for this. Ah! I hope this is entertaining to you all. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to vacuum my floor from all of this. Okay, where did my knife go? Now I lost my knife. Here it is. A lot of these books are old releases that they just sent me so that I could have the copies of them. But I'll show you the new releases right off the bat. Oh, we were talking about Armored. Here's the first two issues of Armored. Let's take a look inside these because they are actually really, really cool. This cover drawn by Nick Patera. The inside again is Ishmael Hernandez, and it's just really, really cool artwork. I really like this. We start the book off with tragedy. Always makes for a good beginning of a story. And this boy, Andy, is an orphan, and he gets adopted by a new family. And he has to move to new city, start a new school, and that's where, that feels like a very classic kind of a setup. He stumbles into a place where a little crypt where he finds the magic suit of armor. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on in here. I encourage everybody to check it out. It's going to be, I think that once they have a good number of issues, like the first story arc is complete, um, it'll do really well with, especially with an all ages group, because it's got a similar vibe to stories like Amulet, that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's that one there. Oh, here's the cover for the second issue, also Nick Patera. There's a couple of different variant covers, but these are the ones that they sent me there. This is the Mask of Haliya. Now, this is a book that is special to me because I got to work on this one in particular, and I got to design the slipcase and the insides of the book here. The slipcase is exclusive to Kickstarter, but at retail, the book is what's available at retail here. So this is volume one, as you can see, and this is a comic. We're in partnership with a company called Quento Comics, and they are a very cool organization who they are all staffed by female Asian creators, and so that is their passion, is telling stories with an Asian bend, which I appreciate, myself being Asian as well. And it is all about a young girl who finds it's gonna sound very similar to Armored, actually. She finds an ancient mask, and the mask gives her some powers. Let's see if I can find the page where she uh, finds the mask here. There, there it is, and it ties into Filipino uh, mythology, and uh, goes to some pretty cool places here. So this is just the first volume. The first five issues tells kind of the origin of the characters, and we don't find out the origin of the mask. I think that's going to be a tale for another time. But um, there's a lot going on here. So a fun book. Fun that I got to work with them to make it a reality. So it's very, very neat. But they'll be at Comic-Con for anybody who is interested in um, checking that out and checking out their work. Okay, man, there's actually a lot to talk about. So I'm just going to show you some of these, and then I'm probably I'll do some other live streams to focus on some of these other books in more detail later. These are old releases. Teaching Artfully, a book about a woman who's started her career in teaching and some of her reflections on how she goes about teaching in high school art. Kind of cool. This is Pete Von Schawley's History of Monsters. This book is actually a giant accordion foldout, and I'm not going to open it up here, but I will do another live stream where I show this because I need to actually prepare the space to unfold it. But he's a great illustrator who just draws a whole ton of monsters. He's got another book out here called Lovecraft Illustrated, which I can show you because it's just a regular book, where he's gone through every Lovecraft story and done a little synopsis, a little bio of it, and an image to go along with it. So he loves classic old school monsters, and you can tell from his work here. So this one was in hardcover. I think we've just reprinted it, or maybe it was softcover originally. I don't remember, but this is a new, just a reprint of it because the first one sold out. Golem of Venice Beach. This is a really cool story too about the the uh, the Jewish mythological creature called Golem. Oh, there's some not safe for stuff for work stuff in there. Just a second. Um, but the creature awakens in modern day Venice Beach and gets involved in a lot of the the crime scene there and stuff that's going on. So it's an exciting story. This is the first of two volumes, and we'll be bringing the second volume to Kickstarter soon. Simon Bissett does some artwork in here, covers by Bill Sienkiewicz, who does a few of the opening pages as well. Bill Sienkiewicz and Jay Lee does a flashback scene in here as well. Let's see if I can find it. Um, yeah, there it is. And most of the artwork is by Vanessa Cardinelli, who has a really cool, sort of a cartoony style, um, but cool nonetheless. Okay, um, you know what? I'm gonna fly over to Terry and the Pirates. So we've been publishing these giant books of Terry and the Pirates, and we've done the first six volumes already. And so we have volumes seven, eight, and nine. Seven is already out in stores, and in fact, volume 8 just came out this weekend as well, and volume 9 will come out in a few months down the road. And then in the new year, we will be publishing volumes 10, 11, and 12, which will complete the series. So here we go. This is Milton Caniff's Terry and the Pirates, the Master Collection, volumes um, 7, 8, and 9. And if you look at the spines, they are not in order. I got to put them in order. They form a giant picture. And I've got all of my other Terry and the Pirates kind of down in my bottom corner. You can see them under my arm there. And these are fantastic books. Terry and the Pirates is one of my favorite comic strips. One of the best comics of all time. It's an adventure story about this guy here, Terry Lee, who just goes on adventures in China. That's where he's stationed, and this is right before most of this comic strip takes place before World War II, and then once World War II hits, he joins the Air Force, and that's where we have these volumes right here, volumes 1941 to 1943, 41, 42, and 43. Uh, 43 when he joins up with the Air Force, and the whole strip kind of centers around World War II. And as you can imagine, with a lot of material that came out surrounding World War II, there are not nice depictions, and in this book, of Japanese people in general, because that's the main force that they are fighting. So you got to read these in context and understand that it wasn't appropriate to be um, showcasing people in that fashion back then, and it certainly isn't today. But this is here for historical context. Nick says, I received 7, 8, and 9 a few weeks ago. Nice to see that spine art almost complete. That's right. Very cool. What makes these ones neat is that we were able to find the syndicate proof sheets for the color Sundays. Comic strips, of course, had black and white Monday to Saturday, and then every Sunday was a full page color comic. And Up until now, the reprints have used scans from newspapers, but we were able to find the syndicate proof sheets, which are the sheets that the newspapers used to make their copies in newspapers. And so they just look beautiful and bright and crisp, and the color is amazing. So it's as close to as an original as Milton Caniff intended as we could possibly get. These books are huge, as you can see me holding them up. They're really, really big, but you kind of need that because Milton Caniff's artwork is so extremely detailed, and it's really neat to see it large. And you know, these are not books that you would take on a trip or read on the bus, unfortunately. So in that sense, they are a little difficult, but they're still really, really nice. Um, I had a question a little earlier today if we're going to release these in soft cover, and I don't exactly know what the plan is. Um, but that would be great. If you would love to see soft cover Terry and the Pirates, then please let us know. We would love to gauge the interest there and know what to expect. But this was an important comic strip. A lot of people cite Milton Caniff as an influence in their own work, like Howard Chaykin and Frank Miller and such, like they all say that they learned so much from Terry and the Pirates. And a lot of movies, the way that modern storyboarding is done is because of the way Milton Caniff told his stories in newspapers. Is one of the very first adventure comic strips to to showcase that kind of thing. So there you go. This is Terry and the Pirates 7, 8, and 9. There you go. James says I vote yes on soft cover. Okay, I'll let the people, the authorities know so that they have um, a good idea. Okay, so a few other books that came in this package here, just some small ones here. This one's called "Voting is Your Superpower." This is edited by Craig Yo, who loves old classic Golden Age comics, and that's what this one is. This is all Golden Age comics that were freebie giveaways that all about encouraging people to vote in the election. And these are sort of educational comics and such, and really, really fun stuff. Um, it's interesting to read about the way the voting process worked back then, which is not terribly different, but there are some differences, and how different places and different people and different in different regions reacted differently to the voting process. So it's a piece of history right there. Diablo House is a prose book of short stories, all with a horror theme. Um, it's- there's a few images in here that you can see, but it's not worth showing you the pages because it's just words. So Clover Press does like to do more than just comics. We've got a couple of different prose books, including Continental Op, the old Dashiell Hammett short stories. So a collection of the first ones with some artwork by John K. Snyder III, who is a comic book artist who did a lot of work through the 80s and 90s and such. Um, his illustrations in here are absolutely beautiful. So if you love old crime noir, then this is the book for you because classic short stories. And then last one, this is a book by Kevin Eastman. It's called Totally Twisted Tales, Kevin Eastman and Simon Bisley. And it's just an anthology of some short stories of just bizarre uh, characters and creatures in a very typical sort of underground alternative comics fashion. Yeah. So there you go. Craig Yo's books are great. Looking forward to his personal underground comics collection. Yeah, that one's called Woman and Man Plus, and he drew it all himself. So he's not really known in the comic industry these days for drawing his own comics, but rather archiving these ancient collections. Um, but yeah, he spent many years drawing this abstract underground comic that we are bringing to print. Finally, I think coming out this fall. So we're just wrapping up the production on that one, and we'll be sending that one to press pretty soon, I believe. And that one will be coming out in stores later. So very cool. Um, I think that's all I have to show you today. I hope that everybody checks out some of these books. I definitely give my a recommendation to the Mask of Haliya, not just because I was working on this one, but because it's a fun story. Got some really cool stuff in here. So check this one out. The volume, the single issues are coming out in stores, and I think we're on issue. I think issue 7 will be coming out later in July, and then once we get another story a story arc complete, we'll get another collection like this out. So check that out. Check to see if your local comic shop has a copy, and if they don't, maybe ask them to pick up a copy or two. uh, it's my recommendation for the day. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate all of you spending the time with me to look at these books, and if you get any of them, we'd love to see it on social media. Spread the word, and tag us, Clover Press. Use a Clover Press hashtag or something, and let us know that you've featured our books, because we'll give you a share, and we'd love to see what you have to say. But that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.